I need to shave. It's least on my agenda today. Hey YouTube, 1 week post-op VSG. I'm going to, right now I'm about to go to the store and get my vitamins, and also I'm gonna go ahead and go to Starbucks because I have been cleared to have soft food. So I'm gonna try those little teeny egg bites, and I'm gonna try to get my chai tea instead of getting venti. Obviously I can't have venti. I'm probably gonna get a grande and just have them hold the coconut milk and replace it with my my Premier Protein drink and mix it up like that. Just have them put an extra pump or two of chai in it and see if that works. Tatiana here. I'm just coming to you guys with another VSG update. Today is Saturday, September the 5th. Yesterday makes 1 week post-op, so today I am 8 days post-op. I'm conflicted. So basically, I'm just gonna get into it. So this entire week, I have been feeling a lot of regret. But many people that has had this procedure done, including providers, they've told me that that's typical to feel within the first week. You guys may hear my AC in the background. That's because I had hair on. That's because it's really hot and humid outside, and I am not sitting in this apartment. There's no air. Let's see. First day, I'm not even going to count the first day because I was in the hospital for bulk of the day. I came home. I had my surgery done on August the 28th. I came home on Saturday, August the 29th. It was in the afternoon. By that time, I had done a lot of walking in the hospital, but I was still in so much pain. And they were just like pumping me with fluids. Like I had probably like 5 or 6 bags of IV fluids during the duration of me being in the hospital, which is literally 1 day. And even before the surgery, they were giving me like a half a bag of fluids. I don't know why. So I already made an update video about my thoughts immediately post-op, but some questions that people who may be considering the weight loss surgery, for those of you who don't know and are new to my channel, I did have the vertical sleeve gastrectomy performed on me on August 28th, as I said. The specs, so, and when I say the specs, I mean like exactly what I had to do before I got my surgery. So first thing, they wanted me to have a psych evaluation. I already have a therapist, so my therapist performed that. That was not a problem. I was not required to lose any weight before surgery because when I went to my initial appointment, I was 299. I'll get into my stats later on in the video, and I'll also give you guys some body shots and tell you where I'm gonna go from here. So my initial appointment was, I was 299. Like I said, they didn't require me to lose any weight. I did have to have a letter of support from my primary care provider. That was also not a problem because, as I probably mentioned in some of my videos before, my primary care doctor has been trying for me to get this surgery since last year. And I told her no, because I wanted to try to lose the weight myself. It didn't work, and that's why I opted to have the surgery. Essentially, let me just get into that. This might be a long video too, so forewarning you. I kept feeling like every time I went to the doctor, there was a new diagnosis. And because of that, I never wanted to go to the doctor. But because I am a chronic asthmatic, I literally have 5 different medications for my asthma. If I were to show you guys my medicine cabinet, or even just my bathroom, there's pill bottles everywhere. It looks like a fucking pharmacy, okay? And I'm sick of it. I'm really tired of having to take so many pills. But anyway, I was sick of it, and I copped out, and I said, okay, let me just go and see what they're about. I will tell you guys where I am where I had my surgery. I did have it done at GBMC Bariatric Partners, a comprehensive not diabetes, but it's comprehensive bariatric program that is in Towson, Maryland. I do live in Maryland, but I don't live in Towson. Where I live is none of your business. Nah, I'm just kidding. I do live in Maryland though. The surgeon's name was Dr. Bello, Dr. Gustavo Bello. First of all, this man is tall as hell. Okay, he's got to be at least 6'4", and it shocked the hell out of me the first time I met him. I've met him in January of this year. So we've had, you know, comings and goings, obviously, because of the surgery. But like I said, nice guy. The office sucks, okay? It's very few individuals in that office who have some type of bedside manner and are okay to work in healthcare. The other people, I don't know what their fucking problem is. I really don't. And it's because of that experience that I had at the end of my journey with that office that I'm not sure if I will recommend anybody to that office. So that's where I went. If you guys want to look into it, that's fine. Some of my family members and co-workers or past co-workers actually had the procedure done at the same office. That's another reason why I kind of opted for this place, is because, you know, I know people in the flesh that actually had it done. Like I said, I don't know if I recommend, but I had a pretty shitty experience at the end of, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna give them no more time about that, because I done enough videos and ranting about that as well. So yeah, I opted for the surgery. I have United Healthcare commercial insurance, so they have requirements, some standard, some not so standard. So you needed to meet a certain criteria for United Healthcare to even consider you for the surgery. I don't know if it's like that with other commercial insurances, but with my particular insurance I pay for, you have to meet a certain criteria. So the 2 things that I met that was on that criteria is that my BMI was over 50. My BMI was 51. And I have obstructive sleep apnea as well. If you guys don't know what that is, I basically stopped breathing in my sleep several times throughout the duration of my sleep. And if I don't sleep with my CPAP, then that is one of the actual diagnoses that could cause you to lose your life. Falling asleep and not waking up. It's a scary thing, yes. I'm not even going to downplay it like it's not. But I have severe obstructive sleep apnea and a high BMI. So I was approved for that part. So the program for United Healthcare was 6 months. 6 months from your first appointment. From your first appointment. So I had my initial appointment and education session in January with the office. So, you know, January, February, March, my final appointment was June the 1st. I did not have surgery until August the 28th. I haggled that fucking office for dear life, because I couldn't understand why certain individuals who had their finals after me already would have a surgery date. Like, what? You got me waiting 2 months for a surgery date, and these people already have a surgery date? And it wasn't just one, it was more than one person, because they had this group on Facebook, and I'll be lurking, okay? I lurks because I wanted to see, you know, where everybody was with getting their date, you know? And I wanted to see if I was the only one ranting and pitching a fit because I didn't get a fucking date. And I wasn't. Anyway, my insurance also required me to have several appointments with a nurse care manager, specifically at United Healthcare, via telehealth. And it would be basically doing regular check-ins, seeing what my last A1C was, because I'm not diabetic, but I was pre-diabetic at the time. Pre-op, you're supposed to cut out starches 4 weeks, three weeks before surgery. I'm not gonna lie, I slowly did that. Probably like a week and a half before surgery, I completely cut off starches. I was still having 50 grams or less of carbs, but I completely cut off starches a week and a half before surgery. I didn't get any complaints about what was seen in there or what wasn't, so I'm assuming that's okay, but I do not recommend that you follow my plan. I just did it because I have a special kind of relationship with food, specifically rice, and I didn't want to let it go. Yeah, I didn't want to let it go. So 3 days before surgery, or 2 days before surgery, I had to have a completely liquid diet. Completely liquid. Clear liquids at that. So it would have to be sugar-free drinks. If you could not see through what you were ingesting, you couldn't have it. So I had to have broths, sugar-free Jello, sugar-free popsicles, maybe flavored water, but it had to be 0 calories and 0 grams of sugar, which means it would be higher in sodium. So watch out for that too. Perks of living in a city, okay? Anyway, so my highest weight on my journey, I would say, was 305. I'm getting into the stats now. My highest weight was 305 pounds. Once I hit 300 pounds, I got really depressed, because I couldn't understand how I let myself get like that. But I did. So during my pre-op diet, I lost 11 pounds. When I showed up when I started my pre-op diet, liquid. When I started my pre-op liquid diet, I was 300 pounds. By the time I showed up for surgery day, I was 289 pounds. And since surgery, which it is 8 days later, I've lost 9 pounds. So if you wanna, cause I'm 280 now. So if you wanna calculate everything, so far I've lost 25 pounds in total on this journey. Some people say they see it in my face. Some people say they see it in my legs, my arms. I don't know. I think it's mainly my face. I have a really round face with really high cheekbones and chubby cheeks, and I think people can start to see it in my face. I had my appointment on Friday for my post-op appointment. It wasn't with the surgeon, but it was with one of the physician assistants, and we went over everything. Oh, not to mention Wednesday, the 2nd of September, I woke up so much in pain. Like, it hurt so bad to even fucking move. I knew I was dehydrated because I every time I would try to drink water, like they said, I set the timers in the Berrytastic app, which I'll insert like maybe like a screen recording of it. But I would attempt to drink the water. It just hurt right at the bottom of my esophagus and at the top of my stomach. It was causing so much pain when the liquid would get to that point right there. Like literally would cause so much pain that it was like a bad period cramp and lasted for almost 5 minutes. It fucking hurt. So I knew I was dehydrated. So I showed up to the hospital and I decided to go back to GBMC because obviously that's where I had my surgery and I wanted all my records and stuff to be there without a problem. And if they needed to get in contact with the surgeon who performed it, it wouldn't be an issue either. And it was during the day, in the middle of the week, where he was seeing patients. So he would literally have no excuse not to respond to the ED doctor. But turns out I have a hernia. They said that that is not what's causing the pain. But what I don't like is that the ED provider, I asked them how the CT scan looked. They said it looked to be expected. The fuck does that mean? What do you mean it looks to be expected? So what he did not know is that I have access to my patient portal, and every time they did a test, that shit dinged on my phone. I saw every fucking thing. Even so bad as the urine, because I told him that my urine was smelling a certain kind of way and it was orange, like dark orange. And I asked him, I said, I don't have a UTI or anything, and he goes, no. Let me tell y'all. I saw those records and I don't know why his ass didn't think I was going to look at the records. You literally gave me a printout with the shit on there. Forget the fact that I have access to my portal. You gave me my ED discharge documents that had the shit on there that contradicted what the fuck you said to me. So on my CT scan, it showed not one, but 2 hernias that I didn't have before surgery. How does that look to be expected? How does that look to be expected? And one of the hernias was called a hiatal hernia. And basically what it is there's a hole in your diaphragm and the top portion of your stomach kind of slips through that hole and creates a hernia right there. And the other one was an umbilical hernia. That wasn't bothering me. The hiatal hernia was located right where I was complaining of pain. Oh, and forget the fact that because I was so fucking dehydrated, they had 5 people come try to stick me. And they did it multiple times. I got the fishing for my veins. I had 2 IV vein therapists to come and try to get a IV in. They wound up having to go in the inside of my bicep right here for an actual IV. And that didn't like, I came in there complaining about feeling dehydrated and weak and everything, and I told them, listen, I just had surgery on Friday. Like literally, this is what just happened to me. So I know what the issue is. But I didn't know that they were gonna lie to me about the imaging. And as far as my urine goes, I saw that they said it was heavy in mucus and had mild bacteria. I had a UTI, like I said. It wasn't a significant UTI, but I had a UTI. So all right, nicely, before I got in the house, I had one of my friends come pick me up and everything. And they got me some unsweetened applesauce, and they got me some cranberry juice that had 1 gram of sugar and per serving. Per serving is like 8 ounces, and I was only ingesting probably about 4. So the 1 gram of sugar was perfect. Y'all, I'm just gonna say this. Before you get this surgery, make sure you don't have any other options. Just make sure you don't have any other options. Because when I say I was feeling miserable and regretful the entire first week post-op, that's exactly how I've been feeling. Like really cranky. And not to mention, I started school back up on the 31st. So in between that, I'm dealing with free classes that I have to get on Zoom meetings for and complete assignments for with deadlines and all that other stuff. That I know is to be expected with school. But just imagine recovering from this type of surgery, trying to keep your energy up and everything else and not sleep all day. Because the promethazine that they gave me for nausea makes you drowsy. I haven't taken it in like 4 days. No, it's been like 5. I haven't taken it in like 5 days. Make sure you have a great support system as well. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions about the surgery, my experience is definitely going to be different from anybody else's. Our bodies are different. I just know I didn't expect this much to happen so quickly. It's like so many things are changing with my body and my mind can't keep the fuck up. It's like I've been craving so much stuff. Like my friend Shakita, hey girl. Every time she calls me, she like, hey girl, how you doing? I'm like, I'm hungry. I'll say something. I'll say I want some spaghetti, I want some rice, I want some mashed potatoes. And it's the stuff I felt I felt like I should have stuffed my face before surgery, but it wouldn't have gave me the feeling that I want right now, that I crave right now. So on Friday, they cleared me to go to soft foods. I thought they were gonna put me on full liquids and not just clear, but they actually cleared me for soft foods. So they said that I can have like egg salad, scrambled egg, not hard, of course. They said I can have chicken salad and all that other stuff, but as y'all know, I told y'all I'm transitioning to vegetarian, so I'm not gonna be eating any of those things. At the most, I'll have an egg salad maybe. But I did have some egg bites that I'll put in a video. I went to Starbucks and I kind of got creative going to, instead of getting the coconut milk that I do, because I know, excuse me, I have a lot of burping too, and the flatulence is terrible. But yeah, instead of me getting a coconut milk, since it has so much extra sugar, and the drink that I like to get has high grams of sugar in it anyway, I went and asked for everything but the milk that they put, the coconut milk that they put in there, and it was delicious. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. I'm like so honest, like it was so many things I wish I'd have thought of before surgery, man. But I know myself. I know that if I'd have did that, I was on average gaining about 10 pounds a month. About 10 pounds a month. It sucked. But I feel like I'm gonna be happy in the near future that I got it done. Right now, I'm still up in the air about it, but I'm only 1 week out. I'm talking normal. I can always tell when I'm thirsty because my throat kind of feels sore, or when I need to lubricate, drink water, my throat starts to feel a little sore. So it's about to do that like right now. But I can't gulp water, but I can drink water, and I've experienced for the first time me drinking too much liquid. And I didn't throw up, but that feeling that I got in my stomach, it was like a achy feeling. They say after surgery, your stomach can probably hold 4 to 5 ounces of food or drink, food or liquid. So right now I have been kind of monitoring my water intake, but I can tell you right now, it's definitely not the 64 ounces that they have been trying to tell you to do. I haven't been getting the 65 grams of protein as much. At the most, so far, at the most, I've had 40 grams of protein in a day. Not right now, but just like so far. I'm gonna try some recipes like cauliflower mash or because I have been craving mashed potatoes, and maybe I can make that with a little miso gravy or something, or some spring onions maybe. Oh, that sounds delicious right now. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I got my vitamins too. So they want you to get a multivitamin. I got the not Flintstones, but I got the children's chewable multivitamins. So I'll take 2 of those because one is not enough for an adult. Or one is enough for an adult, but you need to have double what the serving is because the over-the-counter vitamins is not the same as the prescription vitamins. So I have children's chewable multivitamin that I take 2 of per day. It's actually, that's reminded me that I need to go take that. I have a calcium and vitamin D complex, but since I've been drinking the protein drinks with the calcium and all that stuff in it, I haven't necessarily needed to take those big horse pills. And I know that they say after surgery, after you lose a lot of weight, or after surgery, you don't get as much nutrients, and so your hair starts to fall out, or you'll start losing some, or you'll notice that your hair has stunted growth. So I actually did get some gummies. I got some biotin hair, skin and nails gummies. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my incisions, and we're going to do some measurements too as before, and show you guys what my body is looking like so far. Please be aware that my menstrual cycle is due in 2 days, so I am very much bloated, but my stomach is kind of chunky anyway, so. size of 25 inches around. My hips are 52, okay? That's as transparent as I'm gonna get with y'all. That took a lot out of me to do, so I hope you guys